Iron Man, Flaming Pansy. This is the Bone Metal Zone.
107.7 The Bone, that is Pantera's Cemetery Gates in the Metal Zone. Death Angel before that with Dethroned from their last album, Killing Season. Death Angel in the process of writing a new album and going to be playing December 18th at Slim's. On top of that, we had Fear Factory with Descent. Divine Heresy, Dino's other band, is going to be at the Voodoo Lounge on November 12th. In the studio with me playing at the HP Pavilion with Metallica is Robb Flynn from Machine Head. That show is December 12th, and we were just talking about how it's like 6 weeks away. Is that right?
Yeah, it's 5 weeks away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like so long ago that the tickets went on sale, and now it's going to be here before we know it.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
No.
Over it?
I don't get nervous. I mean, like this far in advance, I wouldn't get nervous. Mm-hmm. Like maybe the day of the show, I'll be nervous. But like this, no, there's no point in, what's to be nervous about? you know?
Right. We just played Pantera, Cemetery Gates, and I know that you guys spent a lot of time with Pantera on tour. What is your favorite Pantera tour story?
Oh, my God.
Come on. Remember, you told the diaper story last time you were here, so you kind of have to top that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I couldn't. That's those guys. I mean, we only did the one tour with them. And it was like one of their last tours, which was cool. I mean, we're huge Pantera fans, so it was awesome. I mean, probably the craziest story that I could tell is a Dimebag story, man. And we were on that tour with them, and it was for the Reinventing the Steel tour. And they got the reputation for drinking, and we got the reputation for drinking. So there was a lot of drinking.
Black teeth and brown eyes.
That's right. Black teeth and brown eyes were flowing. I like vodka. They like whiskey. But we were having a lot of fun, man. And but if I got like a big show or something, a really serious show, New York or San Francisco or hometown or whatever, I won't drink the night before just because I don't want to be I want to be full power, man. I don't want to be all hungover and feeling like crap. So we were coming up to Detroit, and Detroit was the biggest show on the tour. It was, Palace Auburn Hills where the Bulls play, 12,000 people sold out. It was a big deal. So I was like, man, I gotta chill tonight. So we were playing in Kalamazoo the night before Detroit, which is a pretty short drive. And we played the show, and we're hanging out after, and I had like a bunch of fireworks. I had like .46 of dynamite, M1000s, and I'm just blowing up crap backstage. And Dimebag is coming out, and Dimebag and his camera dude are just running up to people. He's got a gallon of Seagrams, and his camera dude's got a gallon of Coke, and they're just like hijacking people, like running up behind them, pulling their heads back, and then pouring Seagrams and Coke. They're like, people are like, ah. So he got me, and I was like, oh, you effer. So I was like, I gotta. There was a couple nights on that tour where like you just had to hide from the dude, because your head was splitting from the 17 shots that you did the night before or whatever. So that I was like, I got it's a big show, I'm gonna hide. So I go and I go to it's 2 a.m. now or something like that. So I go to bed. And I wake up, and in the bus, we ended up spending the night in. Everybody did the whole tour package, Pantera, everybody spent the night because it was only 3 hours to Detroit. All slept in our buses at the venue, which is where all the mayhem was happening behind the scenes. So I wake up about 5:30 in the morning, and the bathroom in our buses out front. You can see through the window to see outside. So I kind of I'm kind of grogging my eyes, and I look out the window, and I see these 3 people gathered around this Volkswagen Bug, and there's this, just this shadow that I'm seeing, and there's this person standing up on top of the Bug, and they're stripped down to nothing but their tighty whities and their Chuck Taylor Converse, and they're like, I don't know how to describe this on radio, but they're basically doing like a backflip onto the top of this Volkswagen Bug, and then climbing up, standing up again, and then backflip, standing up again,
like a reverse belly flop.
Yeah, like a reverse belly flop onto the ceiling of the roof of this Volkswagen Bug. And I'm looking, and I'm like, that's Dimebag doing that backflip on top of the Yeah, belly flop, back flop, whatever you want to call it. And it's like Raina from Cool Chamber and like his camera dude is just like filming him, like watching, like, so they're just, and I'm like, whoa. And I kind of watch it and it goes on. It's like a Quentin Tarantino scene, like one of those scenes that just goes on for too long and you're just like on the edge of your seat, like, whoa, what? I'm going to leave now. So I go back to bed and I wake up. It's like, 2 in the afternoon now or something. And I wake up and I'm getting off the bus, and just as I'm getting off the bus, Dimebag's getting off the bus, and we're both with Detroit now. And I look over and I'm like, hey man, what's up? And he's just like, Robb, and I'm like, holy crap! And like all of his people, his tour manager behind him,
twisted 2 hours before sound check.
He hasn't gone to sleep. He's been. People are flipping, dude. People are pissed. The band is furious, and like people are losing their mind. So it's just like you walk in, it's just like you just walked into a hornet's nest. Like, all right, so go to our dressing room. We're hanging out. We're warming up, doing whatever we do throughout the day. And about right before Cold Chain, we were sharing a dressing room with the opening band, and right before we're going on, Dimebag literally stumbles into our dressing room, and he's just like, starts just tearing. We're like, oh crap! And so he goes up. And he's mumbling stuff, and nobody can even understand what he's saying, Goes up to the drummer, who's got like a little practice pad kit, but it's a real kit, real drum set, or the drummer, Mikey, and for Cold Chamber. And he just picks up one of the toms, and he sits there and just picks up and throws it up into the ceiling. Smash, breaks on the ground, and he's like, hey, cool, right on. And so we're like, wow. So they go on, first band goes on. And every once in a while, like at a big show sometimes, if I have the time, I'll go up and I'll watch the first band and just kind of catch the vibe of the audience and see what the vibe is like. So I go up there and it's a rocking show. It's like, cool. And, as I'm standing on the side of the stage and all of a sudden I feel this kind of shoulder brush up against me and it's Dimebag and I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? He's like, he just sits there. He just starts headbanging and he's just going crazy on the side of the stage. And so he walks out onto the stage and just goes right up to the singer in the middle of the stage and just starts air guitar. He's like, I'm air guitar, and he's feeling it. He's just headbanging and go. Then they're like, song, oh, hey everybody, it's Dimebag Darrell. How's it going? Give it up for everybody goes crazy, and so he kind of hangs out for a while on stage and like, all right, let's go into the next song. And they're all they don't know what to do. So he sits there and he kind of hangs out for the next song, and he's air guitaring up there with him now for the next song. And then he kind of comes back over by me and he's like, Robb, and I'm like, holy crap. And so he's talking to me and he's kind of like looking over my shoulder, and I see him and I'm kind of like, I look over and he just goes over to my guitar boat and he grabs one of my guitars. And it's my backup guitar, and it's not plugged in or nothing. He just goes and he puts it on, he starts kind of jamming out, and he's on the side of the stage still. And he goes out and he just walks out onto the stage again and he starts air guitar and he's headbanging and he's going crazy. And they're like, oh, Des, singer Des, like, hey everybody, it's Dimebag Darrell again. How's it going? Give it up. And he's like, woo. Song ends and it's their last song. And they're like, all right, thank you. And he's just like feeling it. He picks up my guitar and just bam, smashes it neck first onto the guitar. And I'm like, dude, And we're on in 15 minutes now. And I'm like, I go to say something. I'm like, there's nothing to say. You can't even talk to the guy.
Out
he's blacked out. Yeah. I mean, he's even, walking out on stage. I don't even know. So we're like, wow. So, okay, we're going to go play. We go play. Show's killer. It's awesome. So all of us are like, this is going to be the most insane train wreck anyone's ever seen. So we're like, we got to go up front and check this out. We go up there, and and people are he's been drinking for 24 hours now, hasn't slept, still drinking, and he can't even talk. And people are pissed. It was funny. It was funny for us because it wasn't us.
It's not your band.
But it was. People were really pissed. And, man, he got up there, and if I hadn't have seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't even believed that it was possible. But he got up there, and played flawless.